Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So we have an article right here. We have a lot of good articles today. A little XRP related articles, XLM, Solana, Polygon. We got a good little mixture here today. This one here is titled $1.5 trillion ETF prediction has snowball effect on XRP. It's so weird. I was just talking about this yesterday in yesterday's video. Anything that benefits Bitcoin. Look, Bitcoin's going to go up. It's going to explode. This happened the last true bull run. Bitcoin was going insane. And all that money, because people still want to play. They want to double, triple, quadruple their money. And they know that's going to come through the altcoins this time, through the legit projects mostly. And I think we're going to see something insane in the future. Because mark my words, if you think that the SEC has been going hard body, hardcore after these legit projects, you have to know that at some point in the future, Gensler or no Gensler, you have to know the SEC is going to have an easy time going hard in the paint, hardcore against meme coins and all types of pump and dumps. They're going to have a field day, which then if that eliminates those types of projects, and look, I don't have a crystal ball, I'm just saying, but if that eliminates those types of projects, all of that money will be funneled into the legit projects with clarity. And what's the most legit project with clarity? XRP right now. You got Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum. You got a few things in there. XLM is in there also. If you see, I think that it's a big show of trust and approval, in my humble opinion. If you have something like Wisdom Tree get approved for like 9 different blockchain products, and one of the chains that they're basing their products on is Stellar. So, and they had to get that approved by who? The SEC. If XLM or Stellar was going to have any major problems, just my humble opinion, I could be wrong. Maybe you know something I don't. But if they were going to have any major problems, I don't think the SEC would have approved that for Wisdom Tree, right? So anyway, let's read this little tidbit here. It says Forbes has argued a $1.5 trillion project on the Bitcoin market led to a rally exerting a positive influence on XRP. In a recent report, Forbes senior contributor Billy Bambro, well, that's a powerful name. I like that, Bambro. Yeah, you got see when you name someone, you have children, you choose these names. You got to choose powerful names. You know that energy carries over. They were like, first of all, Billy already. If you don't mess around with someone named Billy, like, hey. You keep bothering me. I'm gonna get my brother Billy. Billy? I'm out of here. You're driving out of here. You don't want to mess with Billy. Billies can fight. Then the name Billy Bambro. Oh man, this got to be a tough guy. It has to be. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to the article here. You got to be professional. By the way, if you like this kind of content, by the end of the video, wherever you stop watching, please smash that like button. I would appreciate that. Hey, we're going to try to keep the good energy up this week, right? That's like the goal for this week. Keep good energy coming. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We are on the march to 100K subscribers. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to Matthew. Both Matthews. We got 2 Matthews that always support. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Okay. Now it says here, recall that Bitcoin experienced a significant and abrupt decline 3 days ago, plummeting to a level of just $500 above $40,000. No big deal to me. No big deal in my humble opinion. It doesn't change what's coming in the future for Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is going to go insane once again. And that's going to be one of the main catalysts for possibly, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I got to say that. But possibly the biggest bull run of all time. You know, it's always darkest. It's always darkest before dawn. Remember that, right? Remember that. I know a lot of people are there. They're not happy with the fluctuation in prices. They get frustrated. I understand all of that, but it's darkest always before dawn. So it says here, XRP similarly crashed from 62 cents to 53 cents. Meanwhile, Bitcoin has since rebounded to $44,000 with XRP also closing in on the 60-cent threshold. I'm never worried about XRP. Not at all. Not as a long-term holder. Let me emphasize that, long term. We're all different. A lot of people come in. I know they project on me. They think I'm a short-term holder or something like that. I don't know why. I'm not. I'm a long-term individual with these bank coins. Let's go to this next article here. Okay. I don't want to linger too long. We got a few articles to get through. So this one here is titled XRP's adoption in 2024. I guess David Schwartz made a couple of tweets that are bullish, I suppose. Let's find out. I don't know. I didn't read them. It says Ripple CTO David Schwartz recently shared his insights about the new trends that could change the DeFi landscape in 2024. His predictions include the tokenization of real-world assets becoming more popular. Haven't I been saying that? Well, I've been saying that, but also I've been basing that on what we've been researching. Every big company is talking about the tokenization of everything. You know how they had the Internet of Things at one time? That was like the big thing. And they've been quietly weaving their way into everything. All the cars are, linked up to some kind of satellites and, cell phone towers. People's houses, their houses and their apartments are completely linked up. They got all of these little boxes that talk to you now, and their door systems. You just have your phone in your pocket, and when you get close enough to the door just pops open. I mean, like, I'm old school. I don't like that kind of thing. I've seen enough Terminator. I've seen enough Terminator, Matrix movies, and hacker movies. Let's not leave the hackers out. To not trust that kind of technology. But hey, I can't speak for my neighbors, So anyway, so the Internet of Things, they've slowly and quietly been implementing that. So now comes the tokenization of all that value. They got to loosen it up, people. They want to play. They're going to play. They want that vase in your grandmother's attic to be tokenized and be able to move that value. They want those gold bars, bricks, and everything, the gold watch your great-great-grandpa had. They want that to be able to move, the value of it to be able to move seamlessly, easily. And I'm telling you now, these new generations are not holding on to anything. They YOLO, live like there's only one life. They live like there's no tomorrow. That value is going to move. Make no mistake about it. How do they phrase that? It's like the great wealth transfer is still on course. So they're getting ready for it. You got about a year or two before that really starts to flood in, that great wealth transfer, for a lot of different reasons. Right. And they're preparing for it with this. Let's keep going. It says, according to experts, the use of tokenized RWAs powered by the XRP ledger can boost the institutional adoption and interoperability of XRP. Man, we're going to dominate. We're going to dominate. And I see a lot of deals being made in the future between a lot of these different companies. The same way that at one time people said, well, MoneyGram stopped working with Ripple, so they won't work with them again. And then MoneyGram came back and said, hey, you know what? We're not working with Ripple right now. This was last year. We're not working with Ripple right now, but we love to work with them again, even though they're already working with Stellar. And Stellar has a minority stake in MoneyGram. They still said that. Look, a lot of these companies are going to merge together in the future. They just can't do it yet, not to the scale that they want to. And they're all or nothing type companies. Either it's going to be everything, we're going to go all in all at once, or we're not going to do it at all. That's just the way life is. People can't change that. If you've done any business, if you signed any contracts, we both know a lot of these companies, whether you're in the entertainment industry, especially you folks know, entertainment or sports, they like to go big or go home. Right? They don't have time to play around. They don't want to play around. That's just the way that it is. So I think they're waiting on that so-called flip of the switch moment. It's going to be a flip of the switch in more ways than one, whether you like it or not, whether you and I are here or not, it's going to happen. In my humble opinion, that's how I see it going, right? I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know a timeline. Nobody does. Right? But whether we're here or not is going to take place, right? So it says here, all right, so let's move on to another article there. So real world asset tokenization of everything. David Schwartz believes that's going to be a game changer beginning in 2024. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. So now we have another article here. Oh, this is the XLM related article, right? So this article is titled Wisdom Tree CEO says crypto is a natural evolution of ETF products. Now, I don't want to cut Ethereum out here. I don't, even though Wisdom Tree Prime app runs on Stellar. Let's make that clear. But Wisdom Tree also has ties with Ethereum also, okay? Now, if they're saying that, well, let me read this little tidbit here. It says, crypto is the next evolution in ETFs and exchange-traded products. Wisdom Tree CEO Jonathan Steinberg said at, quote, planting the seeds of a new financial system, unquote. A conversation with CoinDesk editor-in-chief Kevin Reynolds on the main stage at Consensus. All right, so they're not making a secret about this. It says what we're, quote, here's a quote, what we're looking for is what can do to ETFs. All right, I don't know why they wrote it that way. I'm just going to read it exactly how they wrote it. It says, what we're looking for is what can do to ETFs, what ETFs did to mutual funds, unquote. Okay, I see what they're trying to convey. Said Steinberg. He said a world in which the blockchain enables investors to buy treasuries with additional functionality. And who are they working with? They're working with Stellar. Listen, hey, you feel what you want, you think what you want. But this company Stellar is in bed with some big heavy hitters, some movers and shakers who have big visions for the future. Whether they can pull it off or not, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But their vision is a grand one that could lead to a lot of good things. It says with additional functionality and that additional functionality would be what? What has Stellar been working on hardcore? I told you there's a reason behind it. They've been working on those smart contracts overtime, and they're ready and they're very close to voting on that to be deployed. When that's deployed, it could be a major game changer. That what do they call that smart contract platform that they have going on? Whatever it's called is major. It says functionality would have, quote, great appeal, unquote, to mainstream users. I told you it's going to be major. They need that. That programmability is one of the main reasons that they are attracted to the bank coins. It says, which is why the New York-based asset manager is preparing to launch a crypto wallet on the App Store. Listen, Wisdom Tree wants to do many things. If you do a Google search on Wisdom Tree and blockchain, you're going to see a couple of articles pop up where they're saying this is just where they're beginning. They have multitude of plans for blockchain in the future. Once again, we'll see if they actuate on that, if they can actually pull it off or not. All right. But this is very good. It says they have a lot of little good quotes here. It says, quote, we thought through tokenization and blockchain enabled finance that you could add functionality. When you put tokenized, physically backed gold with peer-to-peer exchange and payments, gold now becomes currency like it was hundreds of years ago. Look at how they're talking, unquote. And this was something I said before. So you see Wisdom Tree talking like this. It seems kind of random, but it shows it's not. It's on the forefront of their minds that they're talking about the tokenization of gold, and they work with Stellar. Then also, let me put right next to that, look at all the places in Africa that Stellar is heavily working with, right? The corridors they've been building, and look how heavily they're going into gold or finding massive amounts of gold that they can tokenize. Things are coming together. Everybody's not going to see it. The future is changing. Everything changes, the only constant. I don't know why people don't expect it, but hey, what are you going to do? So let's move on here to a little bit of Bitcoin news. We want Bitcoin to do well. Some of us have a little bit of Bitcoin. We definitely want to make some profit off of that. So let's find out what is going on. So it says here, Bitcoin. Here's the real catalyst for Bitcoin's potential 6,000% rise. So we have a lot of big calls for Bitcoin to explode this year. I don't know how high it's going to go. I just know that there's the potentiality for it, as far as my opinion. So what they're saying here is it's not just the ETF, because, there's a lot of back and forth on that information, whether the ETF is going to be an immediate effect and skyrocket Bitcoin, or maybe it's going to be felt over time, and then that's not immediate, because sometimes ETFs are not, the power of it is not felt immediately. You can look that up for yourself, right? So there's a lot of back and forth on that, but the one thing that they're talking about here that could be impactful is the Bitcoin halving, all right? Halving, however you pronounce that, all right? So that's what they're talking about here, and that definitely could be major. It says the first halving event, which saw Bitcoin mining rewards slashed to 25 Bitcoin, saw the Bitcoin price jump more than 6,000% per the chart posted by Ali. Meanwhile, Bitcoin saw an average yearly return profile of over 400% in subsequent halving events in 2016 and 2020. Says while the price of Bitcoin tends to skyrocket in the months after the halving, it is important to remember that past performance does not predict future results. That's something I definitely try to keep in mind. But that's super bullish in my humble opinion. 2020, that was the year right before I got heavily involved in crypto. It was like that winter. That winter was like when I decided to start getting involved. After a long time of, you know the story, my brother trying to get me into crypto. I was in the stock market, was doing pretty good in the stock market as well. And then that December, January, going in heavy on certain things. And then that 2021, boom. That was when that crazy bull run. We did great in that bull run, by the way. We did fantastic in that bull run. And I think this next bull run is going to be very similar. But look at that. 2020, the halving occurred. And then 2021, that insane bull run. Could be the same when it happens this time around as well. So it's something to definitely keep our eyes on. My humble opinion. So now let's go here another article. We got a lot of stuff today, man. I hope people are enjoying the video. I really do. So more tweets. We got more tweets from David Schwartz. Okay. So this article is titled Ripple CTO wows XRP community with a cryptic tweet. Well, let me first say David Schwartz knows that there is a segment of the XRP community where they're very much, I won't say they're researchers, they're more like detectives. What do they call themselves? There's a name for them. Like they're Riddlers. There you go. They're Riddlers. And so they're going to take something like this and rip it apart. And I'll tell you what, they make some good calls over there in that section. So, but he knows this is going to send people into a frenzy trying to decode what he's saying. And clearly he's trying to convey something. Who knows what it is? But let's read this little tidbit here. It says Ripple CTO David Schwartz recently posted a cryptic tweet that has left the XRP community wondering what it could mean. The tweet posted on January 7, 2024 has no words, caption, or explanation, leaving it open to interpretation. Schwartz first posted a right angle with a downward zigzag arrow. Then hours later, he posted the same mysterious symbol with a question mark in front. I mean, I don't know, folks. What do you think it means? A right angle with a downward arrow. I know this is going to sound silly, but it doesn't mean it's going down. It's going down, folks, in 2024. You know, that old school. Now I'm showing my age. That was an old school saying people used to use when something good was about to occur. They say, oh, it's going down, Could it mean that? I don't know. He's been super bullish on 2024, just like a lot of other people. Let's keep reading. The Ripple CTO under this tweet launched a poll with 4 options. Oh, so it wasn't just a standalone thing. 3 of the options show the right angle with a downward zigzag arrow in different forms. The remaining option included the right angle with a downward zigzag arrow with the words just show. This had the highest votes from respondents. So clearly it means something. He's trying to tell the people something. Say a lot with saying a little. It's my humble opinion. He's probably excited the same way Danelle Dixon gets excited, but it's like different where she'll say something in the interview that'll key you into, wait a minute, why'd you say that? Why'd you say all of these central banks or all of these banks you're working with? See, they let things slip out. They want to tell. They're excited about what's going on, but they can't say it directly because of non-disclosure agreements. Maybe it's the same with David Schwartz. He wants to say something. He just can't say it directly. So he's trying to find a way to do such a thing. Hey, it says at the time of writing, the Ripple CTO had yet to give any hints or meaning, maybe because he can't. That's a good thing. That means he's trying to tell you something powerful without violating any type of agreement. That's really, really good stuff. So I'd be excited regardless of him providing clarity. I don't need it. It says, or meaning as to the mysterious symbol posted. In the meantime, members of the XRP community continue to speculate on what the tweet might signify. I'm just going to take it and boil it down to his basic element of this probably is something good, because more times than not, if it's something negative, David Schwartz has just come out and just swat something negative down with direct verbiage. But this means that it probably is something good and he just can't speak openly about it. Right. So I'm just going to leave that there. You can make up your own mind about that. Let's move on to this next article here. I think we're doing a good job today. We're getting through a good amount of articles today. So now this article here is titled XRP Fair Valuation Calculator puts XRP at $7 on $30 billion volume. All right. Listen, I like all of these higher prices. You know, I like anything gets my adrenaline flowing, makes me feel good. Why would I not? It says the XRP Athi and Michnik calculator, which seeks to calculate XRP's fair valuation, has put the crypto assets price at $7.57 on a $30 billion trading volume in a year's time. Keep in mind that the SEC Ripple case may be coming to an end in this spring. See, a lot of people, they felt like last year that piece where XRP itself got clarity was the main thing. And yet, although that was important, I was trying to convey to people that it's not the be all end all. We still have to get through a little bit of it. Now, throughout the last part of that year, we got more clarity on when it could be coming to an end, the SEC versus Ripple case. A lot of people like to write Ripple off, but they are an important part of the XRPL ecosystem. They are. And so with all those partnerships and deals that they have, if you're one of those people like myself that wants those big banks and big businesses to come in, then you have to acknowledge what Ripple has done, Volante has done as such. Those big businesses want Ripple to be done with the SEC case first before they go all in and flip the switch. That's what they said. You can't get around with the businesses who you want to profit off of or who you want to utilize technology, what they're demanding. You can't get around that, right? So that is very important for them to get past that. And then if we can close that out with a satisfactory result, boom, boom, now it's really time to play. That is the true conclusion to everything for XRP. Just the way that it is. I can't change it. So it says here, XRP looks to revolutionize the cross-border payment scene. We all know that, so let's skip that part. Let's see if there's something here besides the, they already gave the price at the top. So really, that's what we came for to this article, all right? I don't think they have anything else here. It says here, the first metric is the daily XRP transaction volume. This refers to the money flowing through XRP every day. We assumed a $30 billion volume. This assumption is realistic, seeing that XRP's largest 24-hour volume is $36.95 billion. The asset achieved this feat in April 2021 while trading above the $1 price threshold. Okay, so they're giving you some of the variables that they were using, which seems pretty logical in my humble opinion. So it says XRP at $7.57 based on the provided parameters. The calculator estimate XRP's value to be $7.57. Notably, XRP currently trades at 56 cents. All right. So listen, obviously that would fluctuate. Obviously, this is for one time period, as XRP is something that definitely could grow exponentially into the future. There's no way to predict what it's going to do as far as its positive upward trajectory based on all of the different banks. Let's say something does occur where they strike a deal with Swift, which is definitely a possibility in my humble opinion. If Swift has done a deal with Chainlink, and then which I hold some Chainlink as well, so I hope Chainlink continues to do great. But if Swift can do a deal with Chainlink, and then they also can come out and say, and I showed you that article, a couple of articles, where they said they're willing to work with up to five more outsiders, like Chainlink, then they definitely have the possibility. There's definitely the possibility where they can work with Ripple or someone else building on the XRPL, right? So I keep that in mind. And if that were to occur, then all of those banks that are on that particular system, we already work with quite a bit of them. But if that something like that were to occur, it could definitely affect XRP's price dramatically, right? So now let's move on here because I want to get this little piece in. So now this article here is titled AI predicts silver price for the end of 2024. And it says this: silver has declined from its December peak of $24.60, but it is currently displaying signs of recovery. As 2024 begins, silver has bounced back from a yearly low of $22.90, prompting anticipation about its potential upward trajectory. The metal's performance remains influenced by broader economic factors. Recent economic indicators include the job openings and labor turnover survey, JOLTS, and the ISM Manufacturing Index, signal a contracting U.S. manufacturing sector and easing labor market conditions. Amid this backdrop, the demand for silver is under pressure, contributing to a bearish outlook in the short term. Currently trading at $23.17, silver reflects nearly a 1% gain in the past 24 hours. This increase is partly attributed to decreasing bond yields and a weakened dollar. It looked like the dollar was back green again today, and hopefully bond yields will stay down. We'll see how that works out. Notably, they want people to buy those bonds. They'll increase those yields, but we shall see. Notably, the impending Federal Reserve policy is anticipated to shape silver's trajectory significantly. They're going to be higher for longer, but I think we can weather that storm. And then there is always the question of shortages in the mining sector, right? It says, however, market sentiment remains cautious due to silver's failure to capitalize fully on the various catalysts such as geopolitical tensions. Well, a lot of that attention was turned towards gold. Gold right now has a great advertising engine behind it, much more so than silver. So even these companies, for example, like Costco, now they're advertising for people to come buy gold, right? Now Walmart has gotten in on it. So now Walmart, even though I don't know why people would trust these organizations. I personally don't. I go to reputable gold company, but even Walmart is advertising for gold. So that's going to take some of the light away from silver that was doing fantastic as far as the information being spread about silver, the zeal and excitement about, purchasing silver and such like that was taking off in 2023, early 2023. You had a lot of new content creators talking about silver, a lot of new article writers writing about silver. So I think that affects silver as well, the shine of gold. But I think there's a balance that will occur throughout 2024 as I think the momentum of silver is only going to continue. So, but we shall see. I'm bullish on silver. It says ChatGPT suggests a potential trading range for silver of $30 to $35 if positive factors align for silver. So there you have it. So let's get to I don't want to leave out the Solana news. I told you I was going to get to it. I want to keep my word, even though the video is going to cross over that 30-minute mark there. But, some people don't like longer videos, but there's nothing I can do about it once I get I have a lot of articles to put in. And some people do enjoy the longer videos. I hope people enjoy everything. Really, you want to be real about it. I put in the hard work. So this article is titled Solana Falls Behind Polygon in Terms of NFT Trading Volume. Look, listen, I hold a substantial amount of Solana, and I have a way more substantial amount of Polygon. Since the beginning of this channel, I've been bullish on Polygon, Matic. So whoever is doing well, I win. That's how I look at it. I win. I want them both to do great. But I'll say this about the NFT sphere. When it comes back, it's coming back with a vengeance. I hope people know that. Listen, just my opinion, but from what I'm seeing, it's going to be bigger, better, and more money made and fast. Very fast. Very fast. So I hope if people are collectors that they've been preparing, not financial advice. I hope that if people are creators of these NFTs, I hope they've been preparing because the time is coming. And I'll tell you what, this next bull run, if people were ever going to make a substantial amount of money, I think this is the one. This is it. It says here, the blockchain platform Solana has experienced a dip in NFT sales, trailing behind its competitor Polygon. According to the latest data, Solana's NFT trading volume has decreased by 17%, totaling $4.5 million in sales. This downturn contrasts starkly with Polygon's notable increase in trading activity, which has seen an 84% surge, reaching $9 million in sales. So let me say this. There's a lot that's going to be happening with NFTs, but the fine art industry is going to take over. When there's enough clarity, and there needs to be more, 100% there needs to be more clarity before these companies feel comfortable just taking over. But when it's time, they will take over easily, and there will be so much capital flooding NFTs, it will blow people's minds. What they saw before was just a taste test. It was just a sample. Listen, I've been dealing with the fine art industry for a long time, folks. A long time. I have some of my closest people to me are very prominent artists. I'm telling you, listen, they're going to take over. They're going to dominate. I know that industry, and they want that. Like, we'll see. There's no guarantees in anything. We'll see. But I'm telling you, I feel like NFTs are going to be bigger than ever. So one would be wise to prepare for that time period. But anyway, so now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.